Hello students, good morning. In the next program in application based questions, that is the eighth one. How are the following two codes fragments different from one another? Also predict the output of the following code fragment. See this A and B. Actually, in this eighth one A, n equal to int of input of enter an integer. They are getting one value, integer value, and they are checking if n is greater than 0 means it has to do this full part. Okay. Then for a in the range of 1 to n plus 1, print a by n by 2. Like that they have given. Okay. And this else is actually this else is for else. Loop else. This is the loop else statement. If n is greater than 0, these statements will be executed after completing the entire thing. It will come to the else part and print now quitting. Okay. And here also getting the n value and n is greater than 0 means it has to do this operation. Here the else is if else. This else statement belongs to if statement. Here this else statement belongs to loop, for loop. Okay. Here if n is greater than 0 means it will evaluating this one. If n is equal to or less than 0 means it will come and print now quitting. That is the major difference between two code fragments. Okay. Now we have to predict the output of the following code segments. First we'll take this one. Okay. So I have written the output also here. Now I am taking some sample value. If n equal to 2, like that I am taking the sample value as 2. Because they didn't mention any number, so just I am taking the n values 2. If 2 greater than 0, yes, condition is true. Then in for loop, for a in range of 1 comma n plus 1, n plus 1 plus n means what? 2 plus 2, that is 4. So 1 comma 4 means, so 3 times it is going to evaluate 1, 2, 3. Okay. So very first a value is 1. And you have to substitute here as 1 by, actually what is the value of n? 2, 2 by 2. This parenthesis is given here, so this will be evaluated first. 2 by 2 is what? 1. A value is what? 1. 1 by 1 is what? 1 only. Actually, this is normal slash they have given division. So 1.0 will be printed. Okay. Then it will go to the next iteration. Now it will take the A values 2. A value is 2. 2 by 1. Again, n value is always 2 only. No, 2 by 2 is 1. So now 2 by 1. So it is nothing but 2.0. Again, it is going to the next iteration. 3. A value is 3. 3 by 1. It is nothing but 3.0. So everything is over here because the upper limit is 4. So 1, 2, 3 is over here. Then automatically it will come to the loop else statement. Okay. Now it is printing now quitting. See here, this is their answer. 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, now quitting. Okay. Next, in the same manner, here also you are getting the n value. Here also assume that you have given the n values 2. N greater than 0. In the same manner only here also it will print. See here, if 2 is greater than 0 here, condition true. If it is entering to this part, it won't enter to this part. So, the only 1.0, 2.0, 3.0 alone will be printed. It will not enter into this else part. That is the major difference between these two statements. Clear? Okay. Then, rewrite the following code fragments using for loop. They have given all the while loop statements, while loop snippets they have given. Now you are going to convert it to for loop. So whenever you are going to convert it to for loop, what you have to do is you have to find the lower limit and upper limit and what action they are doing. That you have to find out very first. See here, by seeing this one, you have to understand that I value is 100. So starting value is 100. Then while I greater than 0, that means the lower limit. So the lower limit is 100, upper limit is 0. So it has to keep on decreasing. Then what action it has to do? Printing the I value. What is the updation? I minus equal to 3. This is what augmented assignment operator, I equal to I minus 3. So it will be decremented. So from this you are having the conclusion of, so initial value is 100, final value is 0 and updation is minus 3. What action? Printing the I value. So you are writing for I in range of, what is the lower limit? 100. What is the upper limit? 0. How it has to come? Minus 3. See here 0 is not included. You go and verify here. Here also 0 is not included. So no problem. Starting value 100 minus 3. So in the range, usually in so many programs we saw only two parameters. If you are giving third parameter, already I have explained. If you are not giving anything, it will taken as the positive plus 1. Here I am giving minus 3. So it will be decremented by 3. Very first we will take 100. 100 will be printed. Again minus 3, 97 like that. Is it clear? Like that only you have to convert this B sum and C sum. First of all, you find what action it is doing. What is the lower limit? What is the upper limit? What action is repeatedly doing? What is the increment or decrement value? That you have to find out for B and C. So only sample I have done only one. You try this B and C and write the answer. Okay, afterwards we'll discuss that one. You try, because each and every question I am explaining. Yourself you have to try some questions. Clear? Okay. Then we'll move on to the rewrite the following code fragment using while loop. So this is while loop they have given, you have to convert it to for loop. Here for loop they have given, you have to convert it to while loop. Here also in the same manner you have to find out. Min equal to 0, max equal to NUM. If NUM less than 0 means min equal to NUM, max equal to 0. Just you are assigning. And see the for loop. That loop only you are going to convert it to while loop. Before that, whatever statements, that should be same. Now, for I in the range of min, comma, max plus 1, sum plus equal to I. So, what is the minimum value? Min. Lower limit is min. What is the upper limit? Max plus 1 means max. What is the increment value? 1. What action should perform? Sum equal to sum plus I. See here. That part alone you have to change, while min less than max. Okay. So what action? Sum plus equal to I. Then afterwards you have to give, I forgot to give here. You have to give here I equal to I plus 1. That you have to give it here. Here. Mark it. I equal to I plus 1. So while min less than max, sum plus equal to I equal to I plus 1, you have to add it here. I forgot to add, you have to add it here. So then it will be correct. So you have to write all those things. Then in this statements only replaced by the while statement. Clear? In the same manner only for B sum and C sum also. So this much somewhat complicated. So I have solved this. See here. For I in the range of 1 to 16, if I modulo 3 double equal to 0, print I. So here also, very first the starting value is 1, I is 1. What is the ending value? While I less than 16, what condition? If I modulo 3 double equal to 0, what action? Print I. Then it should be incremented by 1. So I equal to I plus 1. That's all. Okay. Then, so this is nested for loop they have given. For I in the range of 4, for j in the range of 5. See, if you are giving a single value means what will happen? Range of 4 means 0 to 3. Range of 5 means 0 to 4. And condition is if I plus 1 equal to j or j plus I equal to 4 means it has to print plus. This else is for else, loop else statement. After completing the everything, then only it is coming 0, O will be printed. Then then after that it will go to the next iteration. Finally only it come to the next one. This they have given for confusion. Actually it will be actually what is the meaning of print open bracket closing bracket? It will move the cursor to the next line. After printing all the values only, it is going to move the cursor to the next line. So there is no use of that. Clear? Okay. So here what you are doing, I value is 0 to 4. J value is, I value is 0 to 3. Here J value is 0 to 4. So if it is means you have to do this operation. So very first I am starting here, I value is 0. While I less than 4. That means what? 0, 1, 2, 3 up to that. Then J value is 0. While J less than 5, S. What action it has to do? If I plus 1 equal to j or j plus I equal to 4, same manner you are checking the condition. Print plus end, this one is same. Then after that, it has to go to the, actually in for loop, after completing this, it will move to the next iteration and increment the value in the for loop automatically. Here in the while loop, you have to explicitly increment the j value. So I am incrementing the j value, j equal to j plus 1. Then again it is going to the next iteration like that. After completing the everything inner loop, then it will print O. See here, after the while loop will be completed, it will print O. Then the I value will be incremented, then it is going here. And here only you have to give the print statement. Clear? Like that only you have to convert. Clear? So the remaining programs we'll see in the next video. Thank you, children.